Are they going at each other? Because this is like Mufti Menk event backfires, bad reaction. This seems like Ali Dawah is going after Mufti Menk. So this is like two of the largest Islamic YouTubers, one going after the other one. So that's pretty significant. Let's watch this.
What is the aim of Iman channel? What is the aim of Mufti Menk and them doing this event? Light upon light. Yeah? Is it light upon light or darkness upon darkness?
Wow, that's a big.
Somebody prays one salah in the haram,
Okay,
it's
so
as if they have prayed 100,000.
Which doesn't have audio.
Yeah.
So because of inshallah. And
What happened to the audio?
Yeah, it's not as loud.
Yeah? Is it light?
I can hear him now.
Oh, wait. Hold on. My audio got disconnected because I am connected to the Bluetooth of my phone. There we go.
Light upon light or darkness upon darkness?
Yeah, forward.
There we go. I got fixed.
Somebody prays one salah in the haram.
Forward this part. You don't want to see this part?
Yeah. No,
You want to see the ad? Okay, let's go past the ad.
Okay. So because of inshallah and having an amazing Eid. So on the 27th night, Iman channel every year does amazing events where 15,000 people come, break iftar together, have iftar together, break their fast together, do tarawih together, alhamdulillah. And this year was the same. And I was invited specifically this year to do a Speaker's Corner style dawah stall. And I was there, alhamdulillah. And I'm going to be talking about, myself personally, about these events, what I think about them. But in general, there's been videos going around TikTok about people complaining. I think there was a sister done it live. I don't know. I didn't really see it. But she done it live complaining about, the benefits of this or the harms. Or I can't remember. But I think it was very, criticizing that there's free mixing, intermingling, and all that kind of stuff. Alhamdulillah. So I'm going to touch upon this because it's...
So free mixing, by the way, for people who might not be familiar, is that it's basically men and women get to be in the same place at the same time, which they don't like. So they're criticizing the fact that the mixing of genders were allowed.
It's very, very important. Now, I work with Iman channel closely, so there could be a conflict of interest. But I fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also, because Allah says in the Quran, speak the truth even if it's against yourself or your kin. Now, I have to be just. I mean, if this was something that I disagreed with Iman channel, I would privately speak to them and give them the seer. I wouldn't even bother doing the video. But I'm not going to do that. Why? Not because I want anything from them. Wallahi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is my witness. Wallahi billahi tillahi. If I am saying this because I work with them. Okay, no. Anyone that knows me what kind of person I am. I don't care who offers what to me or what benefits I have from them. I will speak the truth. I don't care if they stop working with me. I don't care. Yeah, Allah.
This is very strange because he keeps on criticizing Sajid Libham for criticizing him openly, right? But now he is criticizing Mufti Menk openly. He's like, if you don't want to start fitna or start like a drama, why do you go and publicly tell me? Like, the people who actually care come and tell me privately, and I adjust accordingly. But you are putting it out there publicly, so just so that you could get views. But now he's doing the same thing that he criticized Sajid Libham for. He's doing the same thing to Mufti Menk. No, am I missing something here?
No, I don't really follow these guys much, but yeah, I have seen him complain about Sajid Libham. I mean that this is, but maybe he sees himself as a new superstar because he's crossed the 1 million mark. Like he was Muhammad Ijab was celebrating it on Twitter, and he made this video of 1 million. He's like, oh, has it ticked over 1 million? And then he said, oh, it's got nothing to do with views. I don't take that. Like I'm only doing this for Allah and to spread dawah and blah blah blah. So maybe he thinks he's like he's a $1 million league. So maybe a million subscriber league. Maybe it has earned him a right to criticize other people.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
What benefits I have from them?
I mean, I don't think so, because he needs to have an Islamic justification. He brought a Quranic verse for that. Why can't Sajid Libham bring the same Quranic verse to criticize you? Yeah, we'll see.
I will speak the truth. I don't care if they stop working with me. I don't care. Yeah, Allah provides my risk, not you. So I want to be very open with you because I was there at the day and I'm going to tell you how it was. Okay, now, first thing first, brothers and sisters, is that when I went there, I had my dawah stall. Alhamdulillah, I was there and many people came. People came with shubahat about the issue of qadr, if Allah knows everything and we have a will, how does that work? We have sisters.
Wow, look at the people that show up. Look at this. Look at the
drone footage
again.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to ask you, is it in events back
about the issue of qadr?
Look at this guy. He doesn't look like he. He doesn't look like he's happy being there. Look, he's like, get me out of here. Look at this. Like, boy looks bored. Everybody else is contemplating.
Why is he
and
holding his hands like
meditating.
this? Why is he holding his hands like this? Aren't you supposed to like underneath your belly, like your hand position should be like that? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. This is you guys. The Sunnis do this. Shias don't even do that.
What do you guys do?
Shias put their hands down.
Yeah, well, they don't join their hands.
No, they don't. They put their hands down.
I know girls are supposed to go like this, and men are supposed to hold
That's
that
Sunni.
around the belly button. Yeah, I know,
No.
but I'm saying even amongst them, I'm saying these guys are all Sunnis. But look at the guy with the funny face, like he's holding like that's folded arms.
Yeah, you're right. Like he's not taking it very seriously. You're right. Like everybody else is holding it properly, but he's like, his face is like not into it. Look at this other guy here. He's like meditating. He's meditating. He's meditating.
Yoga.
But he's like, whatever.
What are we getting out of here? What am I getting out of here?
Yeah.
About the issue of qadr, if Allah knows everything, and we have a will.
Look at this. Look at the. Wow, there's a lot
You've
of
got
people.
drone footage. See, a lot of
Yeah.
this is a lot of Islam is, especially in this modern Dawah scene, a lot of that is actually showing off force. It's like showing off, basically. That's why they go at these popular tourist spots and like historical buildings. They go there, do their tarawis there, and they do all these like it's a show of force. It's a show of dominance. It's like, hey, look how many of us there are. We're coming. You know, it's like it's I think it's there to intimidate the other side. Maybe the Christians, but obviously it doesn't intimidate atheists. I mean, like, yeah, whatever, bro.
Not to show their strength, show their numbers there. But, does it? I don't know if Sunnis is like that or they're like this. But what I see here, I could smell something as well. Well, it's visual, but I could smell, feet and, sweat.
I'm drinking, bruv.
Yeah. Is it stinky here? Do you assume it's stinky here? Because I'm assuming that if you open the door and go here, the whole room stinks. Or I don't know if that's true, because that's my bad experience with mosques. Like the whole place, always, every mosque. Like this is how every time we open, like in Iran, every mosque you go to or every prayer place you go to, you just open the door and just the stank of like unwashed feet and socks is like horrible. It's just disgusting. No matter how much air freshener you spray, it just doesn't go away. So I associate the gathering of Muslims with like stinkiness all the time. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have any bad experience.
You don't have? Okay,
no,
so it's Iran then. It's just Iran. It's an Iran
It's
thing.
Shia thing. It's a Shia thing.
It's a Shia thing? Okay.
Will, how does that work? We had sisters come in about hijab. How can I start,
He
wearing
probably
hijab?
stinks.
We had
What?
I'm saying he probably stinks. I don't know. I'm joking. I don't know.
we have a will. How does that work? We had sisters come in about hijab. How can I start, wearing the hijab? We had brothers and sisters come in that saying that they're sinful, etc. Haram relationships. How can I make it halal?
Wait a
What are you
minute.
talking
Is this
about?
no? Okay, this is like what the event is about.
And there was people who were asking questions. There were 2 non-Muslims came on the verge of accepting Islam. You name it. So many different questions. A sister came about divorce, whatever it may be. So much stuff, so much emotions. One of them was crying, subhanAllah. So alhamdulillah, it was very, very beneficial. Alhamdulillah, from what I saw. And the point is the following, guys. Yeah. Now, with this kind of stuff, you need to understand something. If we look at it from a perspective, now, for example, alhamdulillah, I've been practicing for about 10 years. Okay, I can say that, I do the basics, alhamdulillah. Yeah. Now, if I go to these events and I look at it from my perspective, where I am now, yeah, okay. And if you guys are watching this and you are pious or whatever it may be, and you are looking at it from there, the question I would ask you is, why are you even going there? I'll ask a very simple question. If you know, for example, there might be something that you might dislike to your taste. Yeah, for example, why are you going there? You should be in a better place. Yeah? If you believe that they were not up to notch or scratch whatever they're doing, why are you even there? You should be in your house. Especially a sister. I would say, why are you even there? If you're going to criticize it, why are you even there? The question can be asked. We can go down this rabbit hole.
Oh my God, get to the point. You just said,
what
why
is he
are you
saying?
even there? Like a million times. I think he's trying to get to a point. Like if you're criticizing it and you're there, you're being a hypocrite, because if you don't like it, you can't be there. I don't know. It's not very clear, but let's see where he's getting at.
And be like, hold on, sister, why even going there without your mahram? Why even going there without your husband? Even if your husband...
Oh, so he's talking about the women who are going there by themselves, without the mahram, without a male guardian. Okay.
Yeah.
without a brother, without a husband. Okay.
Down this rabbit hole and be like, hold on, sister, why even going there without a mahram? Why even going
Mahram, for people who say without a mahram, he means like a male member of your family as a guardian. Like, why are you just like walking there alone?
there without your husband? Even if your husband was there, why are you guys even there for? If we're going to make it seem as if this was an intermingling, free mixing event where Mufti Menk is promoting all this kind of stuff, number one, I'm going to say the following, guys. Okay, we need to get over our high horse, because Allah says in the Quran that indeed He found you lost and He guided you. Yes? Okay. Now, brothers and sisters, you need to understand.
So maybe like he did a clickbaity where it seems like he's going after Mufti Menk, but it seems like he's trying to defend Mufti Menk, because it seemed like there was a reaction to all of this about why there was a mixing of genders at this event, and he's like, get off your high horse and don't be judgmental. I don't know. Let's see where it's going.
Understand. Get off this piety attack. It's a piety attack. Okay. In a nutshell, I went on TikTok and I was thinking, okay, what's going on? I went through a lot of videos. Okay. I saw sisters there. Okay. Like on the TikTok.
So this is why we watch these videos, because like this shows, like, we don't follow all these TikTok videos and all the reaction, but if he's making a video about it, it seems like there was a major backlash to the mixing of genders at this event. Right, so somebody like here in the live chat is saying it sounds like he had a lot of potential. What? Ex-Muslims asking him tough questions. Not ex-Muslims. I think this is a Muslim on Muslim kind of attack.
TikTok, I was just going and I was seeing what kind of people have come there. Okay. And I was just looking, like going through it, and I was saying, okay, what kind of sisters are these individuals? I would press on their account and I realized some of them, I would like obviously press and I realized that they don't even wear hijab. So I would just go back to the videos and I realized there were people there who were not even practicing, who were not even wearing the hijab. Literally, one of the sisters who was wearing the hijab in the event, I saw it, I was thinking what she's saying about it, how she found it. She found it very pleasant, the food, the atmosphere. And I went to her account and I zoomed back out because I realized that the sister doesn't forget wearing the hijab. She dressed very inappropriately. So I had to fly out her account and I thought, subhanAllah. But it made me realize something, that this sister was not even forget wearing the hijab. She was dressed inappropriately in her account. Yeah? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide on us. Okay.
He's trying to make it clear that I saw like very revealing clothes on her account, but he was like, he knows that people are like, hey, Ali, why did you watch that? That's haram. He's like, oh, no. He's like making sure that he covers that. I just saw it. I was out of there like ASAP. Yeah. I just saw it accidentally. Okay. I wasn't like spending time there watching all these, like her in a bikini, her modeling. That's not what's happening. I didn't see all of that, with the excuse of doing research. It's like, oh, I just saw it and I was out of there. Okay, I promise. So that's why he's trying to cover his.
But I think this is where he's headed. I think his main beef is that, first of all, why is it mixed? Because a lot of women were there without their mahrams, without their male guardian. And B, he even covered that. He said, maybe even if you had your husband, why are you there? Why can't you ask these questions, whatever questions you have? You can ask them privately, because, that's a fair point. I mean, you can send an email to an imam, your local scholar or whatever, but is this like a star power? Are you struck by Mufti Menk's star power, that is Mufti Menk's promoting that? That's why I'm going to be there. So get off your high horse, this piety high horse. But I think what I started off as, that it seems like Muslims are obsessed with projecting this image of huge numbers and strength. And I think he's actually going after that. That's like, there's no need for it. That's what I've gathered so far, but I don't know. Could be wrong. He might, because he's a bit clickbaity though.
He is a bit clickbaity. He's also not very clear. But he just looks on TikTok, looks on social media, and he just sees that there's a drama going on, and he speaks like the Quran, so it's a little bit vague. And it's vague enough for his audience to be able to get whatever they want out of it. You know what I mean? So that's one reason why I think he's so successful, is because, first of all, he speaks very, without a lot of intelligence, which his audience are at a lower level. So, for example, this is why Ali Dawah might do better than Daniel Hairaju, even though Daniel Hairaju speaks a lot more intelligently.
Cleverly,
yeah. A lot of his audience, a lot of Muslim audience, he's speaking above their level, right? But Ali Dawah, he's just like a random dude that is just talking about Islamic stuff, and people see like this is, how some adult videos where the man is not attractive gets a lot more views, because a lot of not very attractive men.
Is that the reason why?
Yeah, no. This is actually a thing, because they can see like, oh, look at this not attractive man, being with this really gorgeous woman, so they could see themselves in that position. If it was like if it was a gorgeous man with like a 6-pack ab and something, they would like,
they get intimidated.
Yeah, I would never.
Of course he's gonna get it. I don't look like him. Of course he's gonna get all the girls. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so this is kind of like that. This is kind of like Ali Dawah. Like a lot of people are like, why is he getting so popular? This guy is like an idiot, right? Well, that's exactly why, because it's at their level. They could see, they could relate to him. But again, and also he speaks. Yeah.
But I think we credit where it's due. He's a professional YouTuber. You know, like I know you and I, we both know, like, because we've been doing YouTubing for quite a long time. But for him to consistently grow his audience and to consistently keep getting views by reacting to videos or whatever it requires to, you know, to be a successful YouTuber, he has achieved that. Like, I mean, I'm looking at he's got, like, in the last 30 days, his views are sitting at about 8 million. 8 million views a month could mean anywhere between 16 to 20,000 pounds for a month. If you've got adverts on, and obviously he's got them on, and then on top of that he gets promos as well. So that's a pretty decent amount of money he's making. Again, I'm not going after it. Well, I guess I should be, because that is not supposed to be his goal, as he said in his 1 million celebration video. That it's not about my whatever. Why have you got ads on? You know, so it's good money. It's good business. 20 grand. Let's just go with a conservative estimate of 15,000 pounds, because you get about £2 per 1,000 views. So, and he's got 8 million. So if he's getting 16,000 pounds a month, why? I think everyone would be compelled to keep churning out these videos.
Right. Okay. Let's switch.
And I thought to myself, subhanAllah, if as a person who is practicing goes to that event, I can criticize a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, I could have. Number one, was there free mixing? Yes. Did I see people kind of intermingling? Can you say? Yes, there was. I'll be honest with you. I saw.
So how, guys, this is so backwards.
It
like,
sells.
I want to.
But I mean, it sells. It sells. It works. This is exactly the kind of product that they're selling, and it's working. This is why, especially in the English diaspora, Muslim diaspora living in England, and I'm guessing the bulk of his audience comes from the UK diaspora, Muslim diaspora living in the UK, and they have very successfully radicalized this Muslim youth in Europe, by selling these conservative, conventional Islamic values of, you know, mahram, not mahram, women should be separate, and, you know, brothers and sisters should not be there, you should cover yourself up, etc. It works, it sells, and this is what he's built his audience on. So he's not going to do a 180-degree turn, and he's going to say, well, sorry, by the way, you know, it's okay. Even though, just making a point, you look at, I saw a thumbnail where him and hijab are sitting and they're advocating. I haven't clicked on the video yet, where the thumbnail is very clickbaity. It says that, don't tell your wife that you have another wife. Like, basically, and the woman that is in the thumbnail, she's saying that, oh, that's cheating. But if you go back, he didn't even used to show his wife. He didn't even used to show a woman figure in a niqab, because he was like, oh, you know, this is haram. But now he's conformed a little bit because he wants to sell his product.
Yeah. He wants to push he keeps on trying to push the limits, the red lines that he's not supposed to cross. And then he watched how the audience reacts. And I think this might actually be a strategic video as well in that sense, because he's trying to, like, instead of saying, get off of my back, the more strategic to do is to go to a defense of another person that other people are criticizing, so that when it comes to his turn, you know, when people are like jumping on them, like when it's his turn to cross certain lines, he's like, they come and defend him as well. That would be strategic if he has that long-term plan in mind. Yeah.
Did I see people kind of intermingling? Can you say? Yes, there was. I'll be honest with you. I saw these stuff happening. Yeah. Was it like everybody's doing it? Nonsense. Yeah. Now, let me tell you that somebody who who thinks from it.
That sounds like a straw man. Was it like everybody was doing it? Nonsense. I haven't seen the criticism that people have made on TikTok, as you say, but I wouldn't assume anybody would say like everybody was doing it. That would be a weird, like, criticism. I think like he's just straw manning what the criticism is. Like, people would be like, oh, why is there mixing of genders at this event? They wouldn't be saying like, why is every single person mixing genders? Like, that's not even a claim that you could make. Like, what does that even mean, right? So, but look at Yeah, look at the
You
response.
see? Yes, there was. I'll be honest with you. I saw these stuff happening. Yeah. Was it like everybody's doing it? Nonsense.
Was it everybody? Was it doing it? Yeah. So a single man showing up alone without talking to a woman would be enough for you to say that everybody was not doing it. What a kind of I don't know. That seems like a dumb response.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I think he's like watering down the criticism. You know, I mean, he's like responding to something that people are not saying.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you that somebody who has who thinks from a perspective of, you know what is the aim of Iman channel? What is the aim of Mufti Menk and them doing this event? Light upon light. Yeah. Is it light upon light or darkness upon darkness? I believe it's light upon light.
See, this is very clever. Look at the clickbait. At the beginning, he wasn't very clear that if he's going after Mufti Menk or defending it.
Yeah.
He says, like, is it light upon light or is it darkness upon darkness? And he cut. It didn't say that, where he's... So people are, like, coming in for the drama. They're like, oh, my God, Ali Dawah is going... I mean, look at the time. Yeah, look at the title. Mufti Menk events backfires. Bad reaction. Like, oh, my God, Ali Dawah is going after Mufti Menk. So that's a really good clickbait. But now when we're watching it here...
And
like,
even the excerpt.
Really
and even the excerpt that he put, he said, is it light after light? Or going dark...
darkness
dark over,
darkness
yeah.
after darkness.
Yeah. Is it that? And now straight away he's answered, but he cleverly cut that bit out because, it engaged people 5 minutes. And as anyone knows, with YouTube, the longer you watch someone's video, the more it is recommended on other people's recommendations. So, so there you go. It's got 5 minutes. Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Mufti Menk and them doing this event, light upon light. Yeah. Is it light upon light or darkness upon darkness? I believe it's light upon light. Why? Because the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said.
So he's kind of saying the means, the ends justify the means, right? He's like, look, the guy is bringing people to faith. I know maybe certain things are being done that is not perfect, but get off your high horse. Look at the end results. So he's being a consequentialist here. He's like, look, we are bringing people to Islam. So what if a non-hijabi or a non-Muslim shows up and genders are mixing? The end goal is so beneficial that we should forgive all of that. We should
But he's openly admitted that. He said that. I don't know if you remember when there's a Leicester Square thing happened between Hindus and Muslims, and hijab, and these guys turned up there pretending to be as though they were the representatives of the Muslims. And some Muslims actually sent them away. They said, hey, you don't represent us. So they complained to them, hey, you guys are just clout chasers. You're just here for clout. And then he said, I think I gave a reaction on that video, where he said, I do everything I can to draw people's attention because at the end of the day, my goal is to spread the message of Allah. So all is fair, basically. Like if I do these clickbaity thumbnails or these little excerpts out, if I draw people's eyeballs, then it's all fair because at the end of the day, I want them to hear my message. But so far, he hasn't actually said anything other than there's no message of Islam that is given so far. He just created this 10-minute video for the sake of his 1 million audience.
Yeah. Just I mean, he did say something. He's saying like,
why?
No. He's saying like, okay, there's certain things that are not perfect. But overall, this is so positive, and get off your high horse and stop being so judgmental. That's what he's saying.
Okay, is that what he's saying? Okay,
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I was actually lost. Like I couldn't follow his chain of thoughts.
Yeah, you have to get used to Ali Dawah kind of speak. It's kind of all over the place.
But he's dragging. So is that all he said in these 5 minutes? Everything, nothing's perfect, but it's okay.
Yes. He basically the summary is like, there was gender mixing. I saw there were women that were more Muslim and women who had hijab there, but on social media I went and checked and they were like very sexy. But
sexy sisters.
And I was like, yeah, sexy sisters, sexy non-Muslims were there. They had questions. Okay, so so was it perfect? Was it 100% Islamic? No. But get off your high horse. Don't be so judgmental. This event is bringing people to Islam, so it's good. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
The following, and I'm going to read it for you guys. Okay, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the most beloved places on earth to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the masajid, and the most despised places on earth to Allah are the marketplaces. Now,
what? Is this an? Oh my God! This is Sahih Hadith by Abu Hurairah. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessing be upon him, said the most beloved places to Allah are the mosques. Okay, I mean I can understand that. This is Islam, at the end of the day. But this second part is so dangerous.
Because they didn't have back then pubs. They didn't have pubs in Arabia. They didn't have bars and discos and nightclubs. So of course, what's the other place where people could mingle with each other? Markets. Where else would you mingle with each other? Like strangers rubbing off shoulders with other strangers.
This is an anti-economic message. This is so horrible. Like, are you gonna?
No.
This is what brings prosperity and wealth to any
Economy.
Society. Is the markets.
Economic
This is so dangerous. This is such a dangerous hadith. You know, I could go to any Muslim that is. Wait, can I go after every Muslim that is like making good money in the marketplace, trading? And we're like, get out of here. This is the most hated place by Prophet, by Allah. You're in a hated place by Allah.
This is a very good hadith. That needs to go in my folder of funny hadiths.
Yeah.
What's the hadith number? It's what Sahih Muslim 671. Oh my goodness, this is actually very stupid because a lot of the, you know, they suck. And Nuria Khan says that Islam just sucks joy out of your life. All kinds of joys that you can actually get. Women, this is probably one of the very few pleasures of life that they have. You know, like they can, okay, I'm just going to go and buy some vegetables. I'm going to go buy some groceries. Okay. And now I can get out of this prison. But even that is being taken away from them. Umar took away women's rights to go to mosques. You know, Umar took that away. So, yeah, it's just Islam is designed to subjugate women.
I've never seen this hadith before. I'm glad Muslims haven't taken this hadith very seriously. This is one of the most dangerous hadiths I've ever seen. If it was taken seriously, this is very bad for a country's economy. This is one reason why Islam is bad for economy. The markets are exactly where prosperity and is for society is built. Is how you improve the well-being of the people in a society. This is how you progress. This is how you make everything better. It happens in the markets. I mean, this is an anti-Muslim hadith. All the Muslims that are making an income in the marketplace, I could go and they're like, hey, you should get out of this place. Go to the. What are you doing? Why are you spending your time in the place that is Allah hates? Stop trading in the marketplace and go to the mosque. You know how horrible this is? This is communist Islam. This is promoting poverty. This is no. I mean, they shouldn't be. But this is promoting, right? You said you actually. I'm glad you said that. Poverty. This is promoting poverty. God damn. Okay. So yeah, please add that to your list of hadiths and bring it up.
Funny hadiths.
And the most despised place on earth are to Allah.
You know, you should like make a ChatGPT video of this. Like, make sure what do you think about the view that the markets are the most hated place? Okay, and then see what ChatGPT says, and then the most hated place by Allah, one of the most hated places by not demon, one of them actually the most hated.
I said
place
the most.
by Allah.
Yeah. Does that mean no? But does that mean, Armin, clubs, brothels, pubs, gambling houses, casinos, they are less hated than the markets?
Well, they're markets because their trade is happening there.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
The exchange of goods and services.
Yes, exactly.
Allah are the markets, the marketplaces. Now, just bear this in mind. If we lived under an Islamic country, Islamic state, will there be markets? Yes, there will be markets. Is the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, forbidden markets? Because he would have said clearly it's haram for you to go to the markets. No, he's not. He's saying that there are evil there. Now, if they're evil there, is there also good there? Yes.
He didn't say that they were evil. He didn't say what the reason. See, this is what they do. The hadith says this is the most hated place by Allah, the most hated of all places, Allah. But now they just it doesn't make sense to them. So here comes the tafsir, the Ali, they added stuff that is not there. Yeah, exactly. Like you're just adding stuff to the hadith that is not there.
But it makes sense though. But just to be fair though, but why are markets the most hated places in the eyes of Allah?
Does it say?
Yeah, I know it doesn't say that. Yet this is why we say Muhammad is a poor author or is a poor conveyor of message. He's a poor messenger because he's left it open to interpretation. And of course, Muslims who are so obsessed with honor and, you know, women intermingling with other men or seeing other men. It's not even mingling really. Like they're not going there and chatting up men. Imagine that. In the 7th century Arabia, just the woman goes there and she goes, hey, handsome, how's it going? You know, I doubt she's having those conversations. But because they're so obsessed with controlling women that they want to keep an eye on them. They're watching like hawks. Whatever you say will be held against you, and you would be accused of adultery or fornication or whatever you want to call them. So, but that would be the logic behind it, because it's like, women are going to be there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't say. It doesn't say.
You're right.
So here's the thing: if it says it's not because it's haram, the markets are haram. Okay, sure. It doesn't say that it's because it's haram, but it still says that it's the most, like, you, when you are there, I could just go and remind you, sir. Do you know that you're now spending a lot of time, okay, in the place that is the most hated by Allah, okay? And think about this. Think about like during the day. Yeah, how much? Like, let's say you're a businessman or you're trading, you're selling fruits, okay, and that's your job. And I'm like, okay, how many times have you prayed, sir, during today? Like, okay, I pray 5 times a day. How much time do you spend inside the mosque every time you pray? I could be like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes each time. Okay, so add that all together. Let's say like 1 hour every inside the mosque. How much time do you spend selling your fruits?
7 hours, 8 hours,
7 hours a day. Like, oh, you see what's happening here? You spend
more time
7 hours in the place that is hated by Allah than where the place that is most loved by Allah. Yeah. So maybe you want to equal. Let's see how dangerous that line of thinking is. Even if the hadith doesn't say it's haram to be in the marketplace, but look at your priorities. Look at where you're spending most of your time.
You're spending more time in the hated place than in the loved place. And this is why Muhammad used to make up this stuff, you know, and that's why he came up with these riqat of sawab, of virtue. He's like, okay, if you pray this, then you're going to get 70 times virtue, or the points, they call them, you know, like the virtue points. So it's like, so this is how they're going to extend it, and they're going to cover for Muhammad, unless there's a hadith for it, like, 1 minute of, a minute spent, 1 minute spent in a mosque is equal to an hour spent in a market. So that's how they balance the equation. Just to cover his tracks.
Another solution, okay, is to turn your fruit store into a mosque. You're like, hey, anybody can come and pray here.
What about
cancel it? Cancel it out.
Another one. What if you're selling the copies of the Quran and the books of Hadith in a market? Ooh, it's still the most hated place. Hey, I'm selling Allah's word. Nah, still the most hated place. Muhammad didn't think these things through. You know, he used to make stuff up as he went along. He just like, he might have seen it in a market. He might have seen some women walking around, some men walking around. He would have been like, oh, this is horrible. This is a breeding ground for sex. I can see these people banging the shit out of each other. And there you go. I'm not going to do it. So.
Oxymoron is saying, isn't mosque also a market? Kind of it is. It's kind of is a place that you're selling some good. Selling Islam. And I think this hadith has more to do with that than Muhammad, because again, people must understand these hadiths was not made by Muhammad. These hadiths were made mostly during the Abbasid period, and usually there's a politics or a power play behind each one of these hadiths. And if I had to guess, this is a hadith that somebody that owns a mosque has made people that control the mosques have made up. They're like, people need to spend more of the time inside the mosque and inside the marketplace, and this is just they just put their words inside Muhammad's mouth just to get more people to come to the mosque. I think that's actually the reason behind it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's saying that there are evil there. Now, if they're evil there, is there also good there? Yes, there are people who are doing trade. There are people who are doing work. There are people who are going there genuinely to do shopping. Amongst them, are there people who want to go to intermingle, free mix? Yes. Now,
remember, none of this was inside the hadith. That was just Ali Dawah putting words inside of Muhammad's mouth.
Does Imam Channel have a responsibility on every single individual and put a CCTV camera on there? No. because the deen says you as a person are accountable. Iman Channel did this amazing thing, and I believe it's amazing. Why? Because people from all different backgrounds, sisters who don't wear the hijab, brothers who are doing drugs, smoking weed, doing this. I spoke to so many people, and I thought, subhanAllah, this event is a full event of sinners, including me. We're all sinners, but we are trying to better ourselves. And when I spoke to them and I understood this, now was there free mixing happening? Yes. There was happening, but how is that organizer's fault? If you've got a marketplace where people are going to shop, etc., and
I'm saying it's sucking up big time, defending Mufti Menk. Hacking up.
I think yeah. No, that's what I was thinking just right now as well. I think he wants to get on his radar, like to show to, you know.
I think he knows him. I'm pretty sure Mufti Menk knows him. Mufti Menk's got 2.5
I know, but if Mufti Menk sees that Ali Dawah is defending him, he might, because they tried going after him before, like to get on his radar, to maybe get a response from him, and they get no response from him. So now maybe if they suck up to him, maybe now they get a response from him, you know. Maybe if they see like, oh, maybe Mufti Menk is getting like a wave of attacks on him for all these gender mixing and stuff, and now Ali Dawah is here to the rescue, and Mufti Menk with his large audience might shine a light upon Ali Dawah, and basically that would be collab work. Right,
exactly, and there's power dynamics at play as well. So it's like, you know, when two royalties get close together, when they get married together, they always look at, okay, what are you going to bring into this relationship? What are you going to bring into this relationship? Mufti Menk brings his scholarly prestige into it, whereas Ali Dawah is this representative of Muslim youth and with huge audience, just like two mingling. Well, these guys are intermingling now. I think that's our purpose. Whoa, that's haram. It's not that kind of intermingling.
Get my best-selling book, Why There Is No God, for free. Click on the link for it in the description.